Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to another episode of the Ballin in Burgundy podcast. Yeah. And guys, we got a full house back with us. Myself, Chris, Andrew, Justin's back on. We run that four-man group just like we intended for this season. What's up, fellas?
Howdy.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
This is the first time we've had four people on in quite a while.
Since week one.
Yeah.
We're all together now.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute, guys. You know the drill. Week 6 prediction for going A-Town down to HOT-LANTA. Before we get into that, guys, like and subscribe here on the channel. Head over to Instagram. Go follow all of us. The podcast, like, subscribe, follow us. Head over to TikTok, same thing. Just make sure you support us. We want to do great things. We got big plans coming up for this season, the next few weeks. And I want you guys to be tuned in for it. So like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell to let you know every time we upload so we can bring y'all banging content. Now let's get into it. Like I said, we're going A-Town down to HOT-LANTA, facing the 3-2 Atlanta Falcons. Desmond Ridder, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, David Adimata, Calais Campbell. They got a squad. A lot of older 1-2 year type of guys. Desmond's really young. Bijan's a rookie, but he's like second in offensive rookie of the year standings right now. I think it's behind CJ Stroud or Puka Nacua. But that team literally runs through Bijan Robinson. It's Bijan and then the next guy. That's why Drake hasn't stood out. Mac Hollins hasn't stood out. Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith, John Fitzpatrick. They haven't looked all right because it's all through Bijan. They've won 3 games. They should be 2-3. But what do y'all think? Because this is going to be a team. This is going to be a test of saying, hey, if you can't beat them, this season's a scratch. If you can't beat this Atlanta Falcons team, Seattle's going to tear you apart. The Giants are going to tear you apart. You're going to make New England look like the 08 New England. You're going to make them look great. And then the last 4 games of the season with San Francisco, Dallas, Miami, and the Jets, you might not win any more games this season if you don't beat the Falcons. Justin, you've just come back, so I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, any given Sunday, anything could happen, you know. We saw it last, Monday Night Football, right? Or no, Thursday. We saw it last Thursday. I mean, we got our ass handed to us by a team that should have never touched that fucking field that night. Never should have beat us either. You know, so this week, let's see how the players play. I think Ron and Jack are in jeopardy of losing their job. And I think if they lose, the best thing is for Ron to be fired, Jack to be fired, and EB to step up as head coach, as the intern. You know, because there should be no reason why we should lose this game. I mean, look at the roster. I mean, we have a great defense, right? Right? At least the front 7.
Yeah.
I mean, linebackers are iffy, yeah. But that front 4 is insane. You know, Falcons have a beat-up O-line, you know. I'm going to go right now and say the trenches is where it's going to be. If our D-line and defense can stop their run game, Atlanta has no other option but pass. And with our BS zone we play, it could be one of those games.
Yeah. Chris, what you thinking?
Let's see. Let's see. We most definitely need a win. Especially after last Thursday night. Embarrassing. If you want to talk about it. All right. Now let's get down to business. So if we can, stop the run game, we got it. We honestly we got it. Plus, the NFL put out a little stat this week. Desmond Ridder is 5-0 at home. And, our history of breaking streaks is sort of there. The Eagles 8-0, Steelers 11-0, yeah. Ravens 24-0 preseason, and then obviously the Bears, which we broke that too. Embarrassing. But no, if we can stop Atlanta from their run and beat them with passing, or they can't beat us with passing and, their whole game plan. We should be able to win this one. But I don't know with the way our defense is going right now. I honestly feel like this game might have to come down to Sam Howell once again in order to give us a chance to win this game. And I just want to say one more thing. We need to get Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson involved. Now, look, I like the idea of Sam Howell throwing it to the open receiver. But there was a certain quarterback here last year by the name of Taylor Heineke, who, if he had the chance, would throw it up this area. I feel like we need to do that more. And this Sunday, we should. Because the last time Terry McLaurin went down to Atlanta, that was the 3-touchdown game from Taylor Heineke, and 2 of those came from Terry McLaurin, who had over 100 yards that game. So I think we need to get them involved more, and the run game definitely has to get going here.
Yep. Chris, you are 100% right. Obviously, EB's changed our play style a little bit with our offense this year. And I'm not saying for the worse. We've shown some really great signs of offense, but we do need to show that same trust in Terry that Taylor had in him last season. He's obviously one of the best contested catchers in the entire NFL. And he proved that last year. And we need to see that a little bit more from him this year with some more targets. There's an interesting stat I saw online about his percentage target share, and I believe he's 43rd in the NFL for most targets right now. And being in what I believe a top 10 receiver, I think that's rightfully a little bit concerning. Also talking about Sam, yes, I believe he's going to have a huge role in this game, as he does in every game. I told you all, he is the only reason that our team is not 0-5 right now. And that may seem extreme, but I 100% stand behind that. He has been incredible, and the rest of our team has not. And then, Justin, you said that this game is going to come down to the trenches. Bijan Robinson is their main driving force of their offense. And obviously, our run defense has been awful so far this season. And he's just – I have a feeling he's going to tear us apart, and that's where it's going to come down to. But if our D-line and our linebackers can step up and improve from what we've seen so far and end up stopping him, we've got a real good chance in this game. And maybe this season won't be a throwaway if we can win today. Or
Maybe.
Sunday.
I mean, we got a linebacker. I mean, Jamin Davis.
Yeah.
I mean, does Cody Barton really count? I mean, the dude looks like the kid who, when the lunch bell rings, he's up running for lunch. I mean, he's not good at all. And I love how Jack Del Rio is giving him praise. What does Barton do? He does nothing. Yeah, he'll hustle to the ball. He can't make a tackle. He has terrible angles. He can't even cover. I mean, hell, he's just a better David Mayo, speedier and stronger. That's all he is. He's a special teamer. Nothing more than that.
You want to know what our defensive coordinator said about the middle linebacker and Cody Barton?
Enlighten us, please.
And this is from his press conference, but shout out to Sam Fortier on X at Sam4TR. So I probably botched that name. This is what Jack Del Rio had to say about Cody Barton. I like the way he prepares and competes. I think he'll continue to get better. Jack, you are 170 years old. You have more gray hair than a senior citizen retirement home. You have worse eyes than Stevie Wonder.
Damn.
He was a great tackler for Seattle. Seattle's defense was always on the field because they were getting blown out or their offense was scoring really quickly. I wonder why Cody Barton had 120-something tackles last season, because I think Jamal Adams was out. Devin Witherspoon wasn't there. They didn't really have a D-line last season. So, yeah, he was on the field a lot. What is our key strength the past few years? That defensive line. Young, Sweat, Allen, Payne, Ioannidis, Kerrigan, F.A. Obata, Smith Williams, Bradley King, John Ridgeway. Right? Can we all agree the past few years that has been our strength was our defensive line?
Definitely.
Yep.
Agreed.
And what does this team go out and do? You get a tackling linebacker, which is what they're supposed to do. And our defense is like the 29th ranked defense in the NFL.
Yeah, but you got a tackling linebacker and you let go system style linebacker that fits your system pretty well. Holcomb.
Yeah, Cole Holcomb.
Yeah. Stupid.
And he's doing exactly what in Pittsburgh?
He's
Balling
doing
out.
really good, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Balling out.
He's literally balling out in Pitt.
Yeah.
I mean, Pitt loves that kid.
Yeah. And this is what Jack DeRita had to say about why the defense hasn't gotten off to a strong start. Before I say that, I've been saying this since week 1. I'll go back and find the tape if I need to. This defense takes 8 weeks to start their engines. They don't get to form until the second half of the season, which also includes our bye week. Look at last season. Trash, 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 decent, decent, trash, decent, decent. Well, top 10, top 5, top 10, top 5. It goes like this and then skyrockets. But here's what he had to say. He said he was asked why the defense has gone off to faster starts. He says, not because I haven't stressed it. You clearly haven't stressed about it why the defense hasn't gotten a strong start. They have been slow as hell getting off the line, getting to the quarterback. We have, I think, 11 or 12 sacks as an entire defensive team.
Yep.
Chase leads with like 3.5 or 4.
While missing a game.
And he has 25, I think, QB pressures or QB hits.
Which is like fourth most or something?
I think he's tied for 5th most.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
While missing a game.
And also, we're setting up our players for failure. I mean, why are you going to put Forbes versus an all-pro receiver back-to-back weeks?
Yeah.
You know, why aren't you putting Forbes as slot? His main purpose was to play slot or play a little outside corner. I'm not going to pair him up with A.J. Brown, who's 6'1", 6'2", or DJ Moore. You know, he's not ready for that.
No.
He needed time to groom and become a pro.
Well,
not throw him to the whoops. You know, ridiculous.
We didn't anticipate DJ Moore being that good. We didn't anticipate that. But I agree. Look, I get he's got to grow, but we all saw the training camp videos. We all saw the OTA videos, whether it was Terry, Jahan, Curtis, Kaz Allen, Tinsley, De'Ame Brown. He was getting cooked. Whether it was the high ball, the speed, the coverage, cooked. Has he played all right for a rookie? I'll give him that. I think he's played good for a rookie thrown into the fire. Because who were you going to hold him on the bench this season? And now you've been told by the fans, the critics, your GM, and your owners, why'd you draft him if you weren't going to start him? So now you have to start him. And then this is what happens.
Yeah, but you're going to play him to his strengths as a slot cornerback.
I agree. But I think of the Forbes situation right now as the Dwayne Haskins situation in 19. We threw him straight in. I get Forbes had training camp and the preseason to start, but this was a brand new offensive scheme, and there were some new defensive schemes picked up, and you're also a rotational back with St. Just, with Danny Johnson, Christian Holmes, St. Just, and then you drafted Quan Martin. So I don't think this defense was particularly pieced well together in the offseason, because you lose Holcomb and now you picked up Cody Barton, so the downgrade. Right? Forbes gets thrown into the fire, even if it's through preseason or whatnot. And he was the one fighting in training camp with the Ravens, but that gets chippy. So because it's either we throw him into the fire week 1 and have him on these all pros, or we sit him and now we all stand here bitching, why aren't you starting Forbes? What happened to that first round 14 pick sixes? I think there's got to be some give and take with this one.
I think not necessarily putting him against the all pros, but not necessarily benching him is where he needed to be at to gain experience, yet still not be going up in extremely tough situations every single week. Like making him our cornerback 2 or 3 and putting him against lesser receivers and making St. Juice our cornerback 1, putting him against the all pros. And I mean, St. Juice has proved to be, I think, our best cornerback with alongside Fuller, but Fuller, of course, has had a tough game last time. Yeah, it's just complicated because he wasn't supposed to be someone that we wanted to bench off the start or that we wanted a ton of time to develop. Yeah, it's proving that he might need to be that type of player. And I think he's still going to eventually turn out really good. I think after this is all said and done, he has more time to learn and grow. He's going to be a very good cornerback for us, but he's just showing he needs more time to develop, and Jack Del Rio needs to be smarter about that than putting him up against top-tier receivers.
Justin, were you going to say something?
No,
Me?
I'm not.
Oh, Chris, you can go if you need to.
I'm gonna say this about Emmanuel Forbes. I don't care if he's a rookie or not. I honestly don't care. This is a guy we heard when we drafted him. He's a ball hawking machine. That is what we heard. I have not seen him, other than Denver, get a pick. And let's be real, when he got that interception in Denver,
He fumbled.
He fumbled. And it kind of seemed like it was a misread by Russell Wilson and that wide receiver when that happened. I have not seen him get a legitimate pick yet. So My point is, if he does not step up here soon at all, and like I said, I don't care if he's a rookie, I want him gone. Because he's supposed to be ball hawking around that ball, tracking and locating it. Meanwhile, he's getting cooked by big name receivers that, he shouldn't be on, but still, you should not be getting cooked. Even if you a first rounder, I don't care.
Bottom line, you got to give the kid a year or two. I mean, we all see all these cornerbacks, you know. Look at Josh Norman. Prime example. It took him year 4 to ball out, year 3 to get that all-pro status. I mean, cornerbacks, it takes them a while to groom. They have to learn technique. They have to verse different style receivers, from physical to red zone threats to, you know, speedy slot guys. It all takes time. I think Forbes will hopefully get his head back where it should be, mature enough to go finish the season out and learn from what he missed. But the problem now that us Washington fans are going to have for the next couple of years, we've got Gonzalez over Forbes. That's the topic that a lot of fans will have in the next couple of years. So hopefully Forbes turns out okay.
Look, I'm going to say this. I absolutely, honestly, 100% believe that we should have gotten Christian Gonzalez over Emmanuel Forbes. Yes, Christian Gonzalez is hurt. And yes, okay, cool. He's the bigger name, but that's not the reason I want him, because he's a bigger name. He's a lot taller, I believe. I could be wrong. Somebody fact check.
6'1".
Yeah.
Gonzalez was weighed about 190, 200 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. The dude can, knock away passes. Yes, he's hurt right now. But if you think about it, if he was here in Washington, would he be hurt right now? Probably not.
But we'll never know on that one. I don't like to play injury fairy with that one.
That's true. That's
so Emmanuel Forbes is 6 foot 181. Christian Gonzalez is Emilio Ford is 6 foot flat at 181. Christian Gonzalez is 6'2", 215. There is a 2-inch, 24-pound difference between the two.
We all wanted Gonzalez over Forbes when we were doing mock drafts and even during the
live stream.
Yeah, go back to that and give that a watch and see how happy we were with our first round pick.
No, shut up! I haven't seen it yet.
All right, real quick, back on topic. All right, guys, back to the Falcons game.
Yep.
Can you imagine this? Guys? Now, I'm not a guy who wishes injuries. What happened if Desmond Ridder go down and Taylor Heineke just hands it to us and beats our ass? Do you know how embarrassing of a fan I would be if that happened? Taylor Heineke works his magic and beat the fuck out. I will be so ticked off.
No,
but
hey, you want to know who's going to be shitting the bricks? Our boy Rio Robinson.
Yeah,
field day.
Very true.
Because the Heineke Hive is gonna go bat shit wild with this one. We told y'all Heineke was the truth. We told y'all number 4 was for the DMV, but no, we gotta send him to HOT-LANTA. And look, he beat us. We knew all along, but he only played in the second half. It doesn't matter. We won. We were right about Heineke. All right, sound like Cowboys fans. He was him. He's like that. He's like Zeke. Unreplaceable.
If we were like Cowboy fans, we'd be cheering for Trey Lance.
Ugh.
By now.
Well, they still have Dak, so it kind of makes up for it.
Look, y'all bring that up, right? Right? But now, trust me. I love Sam Howell. The guy has done an amazing job. But let's say that does happen, right? Heineke, somehow comes into the game, balls out against us, right? What does that prove? We should have never got rid of him. You know why? Dude, I'm telling you, if that happens, I know, I'm not even gonna be pissed. I'm gonna laugh.
Here's my thing.
I'm gonna start drinking.
Would Heineke have survived an EB's offense? Because an EB offense, an Eric Bieniemy offense needs a tall, strong arm quarterback. Heineke was fast, mobile, and could pinpoint you with the 10 to 15 yards. Sam's chucking these things for 30 plus sometimes.
Hey, like I said, I love Sam Howell. I absolutely do. And I'm not saying we should have never started Sam. I'm not saying that 100%. But if Heineke were to come into the game on Sunday and he did do that against us, it's another reason why we should have kept the guy at least for a backup role. Because he even said he wouldn't mind being a backup role here in Washington.
Yeah, but he would have been a distraction.
He might have been.
He would have been a distraction is 1. And 2, I think we actually were trying to sign him as a backup, but the Falcons wanted him and told him he would have a chance as a starter, which is what he was. Yeah, he'd happily take backup if he wasn't going to get starter. He said that. Of course he would. But if you have a chance to be a starter and a team tells you that and you get to go back to your hometown, take that, right? And he also got way more money. We got I don't remember exactly how much, but he made bank compared to what he was doing for us. So that was his choice, and I respect it. I love Heineke. He's great, but Sam Howell is the fit for our team, and he's who we need.
Look, like I said, I'm not denying that. And I think Heineke got paid 2 years, $20 million
19.
down in Atlanta or however much.
Yeah.
To where I think here in Washington, I think it was 1 year, $10 million here. I believe. I could be wrong.
I'll look it up real quick.
Sure.
But anyways, you bring up Rio, and y'all can also fact check me on this. But now let's say Heineke does ball out and plays against us, right? You know how bad Rio would be ticked off? Really bad. And here's the reason why. Because he is the same person. And look, I love Rio with all my heart. I respect what he does. I really do. I really do. But he's the same person that tried to blame Taylor Heineke for knocking us out of the playoffs last year. Dude, I kid you not. I kid you not. On one of his videos, he said that.
I mean, he didn't help the cause. He wasn't the main reason. He didn't help it either.
Yeah.
It's a team game.
Yeah. So speaking of money, so Taylor Heineke signed back in 2021, like January. So for 21 and 22, with Washington, a 2-year, $4.75 million contract with $1 million signing bonus, 1.5 guaranteed, and an annual salary of 2.375. What he signed in Atlanta in the offseason was a 2-year, $14 million contract with a $4 million signing bonus, a $6.2 million guaranteed, and an average salary of $7 million. So he quadrupled his money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Respect to him.
Yep.
I will never forget Taylor Heineke.
Yeah. I mean, Heineke was great for the role he served. A backup quarterback who's not going to win you 12 games, but can get you to at least 8. Yep. We went 7-10 with him. Should have played some games, but he wasn't going to be a starter for the next 5 years.
He was 6-3-1 with us last year.
But remember 2021, we went 7-10.
That's true. That's true. Well, okay. Yeah, he went 7-10 in 2021. But let's be honest. He really didn't get his chance till then. And so he was kind of basically learning, even though it was like his 6th, 7th year.
He was still learning, but remember, he had been in the XFL and then bounced through leagues.
That's true.
So he already knew Scott Turner. He knew of Scott Turner's offense from his Carolina days. He knew about it. He had to learn it again in the Tampa game in 2020. But then he had the entire offseason in 21. He had the entire offseason in 22 to know it, learn it, and get the chemistry.
It's simple. It's hand it off, throw it, punt.
Yeah.
That's really Scott Turner's offense.
That's all it was.
All right, guys, let's get back on the topic.
Let's get back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Back to Atlanta. So their team consists of Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke at quarterback. You've got Bijan Robinson, Tyler Allgeier. I don't know how you say it. Everyone says it differently. Cordell Patterson. Their wide receivers are Drake London, Matt Collins, the newly acquired LA Ram in Scooby-Doo Van Jefferson, and Scott Miller from the Bucks. You have Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith, Michael Pruitt, and John Fitzpatrick at tight end. So they've actually got usable tight ends. Offensive line in Jake Matthews, the rookie Matt Bergeron, center Drew Dahlman. They have the All-Pro in Chris Lindstrom and the All-Pro in Caleb McGarry. And then defense is Calais Campbell, David Adiamata, a beast in Grady Jarrett. Linebackers in Ebba Cady, Nate Landman, Caden Ellis, and Bud Dupree with Lorenzo Carter as a backup. And then their secondary is going to be their strongest suit. AJ Terrell, Richie Grant, Jesse Bates from the Bengals, and Jeff Okuda from the Lions. We talked about it last episode. That secondary, because you're going to put AJ on Terry. No. You're going to put Jesse on Terry. And you're gonna have AJ Coverman, man. You're gonna have Jesse in the back, making sure you watch him. You have Jahan with Jeff Okuda. So you're gonna have to use Diame with something. You're gonna have to use Curtis in the run game. You're gonna have to get Bijan and Gibson involved in the passing game. Thomas is probably gonna be another receiving leader this game because an EB offense runs through the tight end. I can easily see Logan Thomas getting 100 yards this game. And that's the problem.
Wait, did you say Logan Thomas?
I can easily see Logan, Wolverine, injured Poppy Thomas as 100 yards this game. This coming.
Well, that might not necessarily be a bad thing, to be honest. Okay, yeah, your receivers aren't getting 100 yards or over, but I mean that does leave the tight end open and Logan Thomas, who can make plays after he
can.
catches the ball.
He can. I'm not disagreeing that he can, but when Terry McLaurin, the league's most underrated wide receiver, and wide receiver Mike Evans, the Bucks talked about it a few weeks ago that Terry's the most underrated wide receiver, and he is a man who has had 7 straight 1,000-yard receiving in Mike Evans with the Bucks, and he's saying that Terry's not going to crack 1,000 with this. He's going to be lucky to crack 800 with this. And remember, we had Logan Thomas the past 2 years with Taylor. He wasn't getting targeted like this. Curtis wasn't getting targeted like this. Terry McLaurin is the 68th ranked wide receiver in the NFL based on yards, targets, and receptions. I think he only has 1 or 2 touchdowns this season, and we're going into week 6.
He has 1 touchdown and under 300 yards.
Yep.
Receiving.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a big game out of him.
And that's not saying anything to his skill. That's just a lack of targets in EB's system that he's been getting.
That's a lack of targets and a lack of protection on Sam because we're not letting him have time. Okay, here's a funny thing with that, right? Charles Leno has the exact same amount as pass run blocks as Trent Williams.
That's crazy.
Leno's our highest, outside of Sam Cosmi, is our highest rated offensive lineman.
Maybe he's starting to finally improve.
I hope so.
Because if he's doing that, then maybe you can start leaving him on an island.
I still wouldn't leave him on an island, but yes.
No, because he dies with speed rushers and power rushers. If you watch the film, that edge guy, if he's speedy, he'll run right past Leno.
Yep.
Leno's can't get his fat legs to slide quick enough.
Nope.
And the power rush kills Leno. Leno just don't have the upper body strength to hold it.
Yep. So here's the stats from Chris Russell, aka the Chicken, on X at RussellMania621 on X. So this is from the ESPN, but he just tweeted about it. Charles Leno of the Commanders has the same pass block win rate as Trent Williams of the 49ers does, only double the amount of graded pass blocks. Ready for this? Trent Williams, 75 of 81, which is a 93% success rate. Can we all agree that alone is a damn good stat?
Yep.
Because they played a great team. Ready for Charles Leno? 151 out of 163 for 93%.
Yeesh.
Double.
That's a big stat.
Because remember, Sam had 55 straight passing plays in the loss to Chicago in the second half.
That's where that came from.
That's exactly where that came from. We could only throw the ball against Buffalo. That's where that came from. Philly game, where that came from. Denver, we were down, 24-3 at halftime?
21-3.
21-3? That's where that came from.
Yep.
This offense is not built to come from behind. I don't care what you say. What about the Arizona game? What about the Denver game? You guys were coming close on Philly. Do you not remember Buffalo? We couldn't get a point. Do you not remember Chicago? Down. Bad. The moment we're down is when the defense doesn't show up. If we're down by 20 at halftime, call it wraps.
All right, look, we might not be down by 20 at half. All right, hey, look. Last week was bad. All right. It was bad, but maybe that's what we needed. Maybe we needed to get our handed to and our kicked so that way we can refocus and repair ourselves. And yes, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, we don't need that. Bull.
Here comes positivity,
Right.
Chris.
Bull. All right. Because, yes, we may have taken the defending NFC champs to overtime in their own house. All right. But you know what that is? You know what that means? We do it all the time. I talked about it 2 weeks ago when we were 2-0. I said they believed their own hype, and that's what they did last Thursday night. They got too cocky.
Yep.
And believed their own hype, and that's the reason they got whooped. Now, as for being down at 20 at halftime against Atlanta on Sunday, I don't think that happens. I honestly don't. I think if anything, I think if we hold Atlanta to anywhere from 13 and under, I think we do have a good shot at winning this game.
Justin, were you gonna say something?
No, I agree with you. What do you guys think for a score prediction? I think we could win 20-17. It's going to be a very close game. I know the defensive line is going to get double teamed with that run game, making our backers have to step up. So
Fair.
Okay.
Andrew, you want to go next?
I'll pass it on to Chris. I'm still thinking.
All right, so Justin says 20-17 us. I'm going to say if we can contain Bijan Robinson, make Desmond Ridder throw the ball against us, and we have a great game from our offense and defense, I think we could honestly win this game by a score of, let's see, 24-20.
24-20.
Hey,
You
let
all
me
know
just say-
how I felt after last week. After watching us get doubled by the 0-4 Chicago Bears, my hopes are very low, and I believe rightfully so. My score prediction for this week, don't hate me for this, come after me in the comments, but please nothing more than that, is 34-28 Falcons. I think we're not going to be able to stop Bijan Robinson, and it's going to tear us apart, and Desmond Ridder's going to have the passing game open for him. I'm not feeling optimistic, guys.
no, you good.
34-28 Falcons. What the? God, don't. Please. Look, I'm going to say this right now. I'm praying that we win so that way I don't have to go to school next week pissed off. So, Andrew, look, I kind of hope your prediction is wrong, man.
I want my prediction to be 100% wrong, like way up, but
We lose.
If
we lose, I'm gonna have to
that's
start
four-
drinking.
If we lose this one, that's 4 straight.
yeah.
So if we lose, that means bye Jack and hopefully Ron. I make EB's the intern coach. See how it goes.
I hope so.
Because
Yeah.
Ron already knows he's in tough shit.
Yeah.
With Magic Mike, with what he said the other day, that tweet, it's not looking good for Jack and Ron.
Nope.
Them boys gotta go.
This could be their last game in Washington. It's seriously possible.
Very much so. I'm gonna root for our Commanders.
Okay.
I'm gonna sound like an alcoholic because every time they give me hope, they decide to let us down, and I go down to the bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the bottle, and I decide another one, like an alcoholic. I'm in route with Andrew on this one, though. Score-wise, I'm gonna go 30-27. I think this is gonna come down to the run game, and I think Joey Sly hits a 53-yarder to win it.
All right, that's fair.
Some high-scoring games. Me and Justin over here, what did we say, like 24-20?
Y'all said
And,
2017 and 24-20.
Both
Oh, yeah,
teams have a good offense. I think it has potential to be a high-scoring game.
Because so here are the Falcons' past few games, right? Week 1 against the Panthers, 24-10.
Okay.
Packers 25-24. The Lions 20-6. Fine. The Jaguars 23-7. The Texans 21-19. So outside of Detroit and Jacksonville, who have good defenses, they've put up 21 or more. It's not out of the realm of possibility we give up 25 or more. We just gave up 40, 35 to Philly. We gave up 30 something to Denver. We gave up 16 to the Cardinals. And we gave up 37 to Buffalo.
Look, it's definitely possible that this game does come down to a game-winning drive from Sam Howell. But I mean, I'm gonna say this: if we get up by at least 2 possessions, 2 possessions midway through the fourth, I think there's a good chance that we win this game.
Oh,
Yep.
and if we win the toss, we better defer. I want to see that defense on the field first.
Yep, I agree.
Because we can, outside of like 1 or 2, the first drive in the Philly game, and I think the first drive in the Arizona game, we cannot start on offense.
Yep.
I would rather us be down by 3 at halftime than us be up by 14 and then we collapse.
Yep.
Because I'd rather come out the half. Let's say it's 14-10 halftime. We're up, right?
Yeah.
We get ball to start the half. We can make this either 17-10 or we can make this 21-10. Versus 14-10 Atlanta. Now they get the ball. Now they make this a 2-score game. Because every team has shown they can get to Desmond Ridder. Every team has shown they can pick him off. Every team has shown that he's eligible for a sack, if not 3 a game. I better see these guys feet. I want to see Montez with a sack, Chase with a sack, and Duran or John with a sack. I want at least 3 sacks this game.
I think it's going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 sacks this game in order to win.
And we'll probably give up 4 or 5 on our end because we love to do it.
That's our thing.
It's our thing. We love to give 3 sacks and receive 5.
And one more thing. You know who's calling this game? Former Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan. You know why I say that? Because I have a feeling, because it's in Atlanta and he's calling it, this one might be rigged for him.
You want to know what would be hilarious? Is if we're down 28-3 at halftime.
Oh no!
And we win this game.
There we go.
And we win this game.
Oh man!
28-3 in the Super Bowl. You're up 28-0 when you're on the Colts and the Vikings, and you choked both. Nothing would please me more than for Matt Ryan to be sitting in the commentary booth. So Chris Collinsworth to Matt Ryan. So Matt, you've been in this situation before, right? What, 28-3?
That'd be all over the internet. All over.
I can't wait. I can't.
PTSD check.
Yep. Here's the other stat prediction that I think might be interesting. We got the battle of the B-Robs, both of which have been very impressive this season. Which
B-Rob
do you think is going to have more yards?
Bijan.
That's fair. Justin?
Horns.
Pretty sure it's going to be their B-Rod. I don't think ours with the O-line. I don't think he has a chance.
And am I the only one that's got
a different opinion?
Man, am I the only one that's got faith in our guys, man? You know, B-Rob. You know, my man's Brian Robinson. You know, he gonna carry them guys on his back if he got to.
Chris. Justin, go ahead.
He ain't Adrian Peterson, buddy.
No.
I'm losing faith already for this year.
Yeah.
It's already been depressing as it is as a fan.
So
hey, keep y'all's faith, man. Keep y'all's faith.
Bijan this season,
yes,
in a grand total, has 67 attempts,
ooh,
for 364 yards and no touchdowns.
Ooh.
He's averaging 5.4 yards a carry. He had 56 yards against the Panthers, 124 against the Packers, 33 against the Lions, 105 on the Jaguars, and 46 on the Texans. So he's going to average 100 yards this game based on pace.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong.
Yep. Optimistic Chris is wrong.
Oh, and he'll probably have at least 3 to 5 receptions in the pass game too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and he'll probably truck Cody Barton a couple times.
Oh,
too.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Man,
Farmer.
Justin over here trashing Cody Barton. I can't tell who he hates more, Cody Barton or David Mayo.
Both.
Dude, they're both like cousins or something, bro. Have you seen them play?
Yes, I
It's
have.
up there.
Definitely.
It's up there.
Definitely the same gameplay, man. Both need to be traded for a bag of chips or a jersey Mike sub. Just get them off the roster. Put Jabril Cox in. Put sign another linebacker.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you,
Fox.
I'm telling you right now, you will see that Jabril Cox guy week 12 in Dallas on Thanksgiving, and he'll end up probably making a game-winning interception.
Nah, he'll be telling them all the plays. That cocksucker ran this play. That's his favorite run style.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've seen that happen before, but I don't know.
I'm weak.
We'll
But
have to wait and see.
we'll have to wait and see. But let's talk about another deadline coming up. Because not only is the deadline approaching for the Commanders to win this season, but the trade deadline is fastly approaching. On Halloween, the deadline will pass. And boy, are there names out there being rumored for trades. You have guys like Danielle Hunter. You have guys like Devontae Adams, Kirk Cousins, our own Chase Young, guys like Zach Ertz,
T. Higgins, Jerry
Higgins.
Judy.
hell, Trey Lance might get traded again. And I'm not even Trey Lance might get traded again.
The dude sucks.
That'd be funny.
That would be fun.
God, watch me say that, and then he'll come in on Thanksgiving and beat us.
Mike Gesicki could be there. Jeremy Chin could get traded.
Antonio Gibson.
Antonio Gibson, Jerry Judy, Hunter Renfrow, Brian Burns could get traded. There is a stack of talent that people are saying could, should, or would get traded. No one thought Cam Akers was going to leave the Rams. Wrong. No one thought Van Jefferson would leave LA. Wrong. No one thought Chase Claypool would leave Pittsburgh. Wrong and wrong again this year.
So, have y'all seen the report of Denver is willing to trade anybody on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah.
You know what's a good idea that I had in mind?
Trade for Garrett Bowles.
No. Trade
That was
for
my idea.
PS2. Trade for PS2.
Nope.
Give
I don't think
What?
he's on there.
We have to give up way too much. He'd cost us way too much.
Bro, you
Not
could
worth
give
it.
up Chase Young and a second-round draft pick.
Not worth
It's
it.
too
They already
much.
got edge rushers as it is. That's
Yeah.
why
Bro,
they
they
cut
just
Frank
released.
Clark.
They just
Frank Clark.
released. Yeah.
That's why he got cut, because they have 3 different edge rushers that they want to see.
Yeah.
2 are actually playing really
they
good.
traded-
The other
And they
guys.
traded Randy Gregory to San Francisco.
Yep.
No, I think Justin Simmons and PS2 are off the table. Everyone else is eligible. Because you have Justin Simmons, who's a certified stud at safety, and he's not costing them all that much. And PS2 is your first round rookie corner, who's a damn good corner. He might get beat here and there, but you don't see him on ESPN getting burnt like a crisp. He's out there studying like his daddy. I would trade for Garrett Bowles, the tackle. I would trade Chase and a 4th for Garrett Bowles and a 6th.
Again, guys, I don't think they're going to accept that trade.
Probably not.
They have edge rushers. We got to think something more realistic. Maybe Antonio
Ron would
Gibson.
want to do it anyways.
Antonio Gibson, maybe a 4th for Garrett Bowles.
I don't think between Javonte and the rookie they drafted this year, they're going to want running backs.
But neither could stay healthy, though.
No, I would do Logan Thomas and a 4th for Garrett Bowles because I think they need tight end help because Dulich is on IR, and they traded Albert O to Philly.
I'd do that.
True.
I would do
Sold. Where's the paper? Let's sign this trade right now.
that.
Give us
I would do
management offense.
I would
Cut.
do
Put Riley in the package too. Put that bum in there.
that.
Move Charles Leno to the right tackle. Bowles be the
Right.
left tackle.
Yeah, I don't think they need because they don't need a running back because they have Javonte Williams, they have Jaleel McLaughlin, and who's Dwayne Washington? Is this a rookie? Oh no, he's a vet. Yeah, so they're good on running back right now.
Yeah, he played with the Raiders a couple years
Yeah.
back.
You know, crazy stat I did see.
What?
So, I don't know if y'all follow Base Commanders fan on the IG, but he did make a prediction, right? A season prediction before the season started. He said that we would go 2-0, our first 2, right? Then lose the next 3, and then maybe go 6-3, like win the next 4. Dude, right now he's gotten every prediction right. I don't know if it's just me, but I mean, if that happens, that's kind of scary. And the reason I say it's kind of scary because we all remember the last time we started out 6-3. Very good memory of that, unfortunately. But do you think it could happen? Like, do you think his prediction might be right?
I doubt it. Just based off of how we've tanked our performance. And it's cool he's gotten the first 5 right, I guess, but I just don't see it possible.
I'm just being honest. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't buying into that.
hey, you never know with this team. I've seen it for too many years.
It's true.
But buddy, we're the same team every year. So don't get your hopes too high yet.
No. I'm not getting my hopes too high, man. Last year, I only got my hopes too high, is because we was making a run for the playoffs. But,
Now here's a trade I want to make, guys. Chase Young for Kyle Pitts. Straight up. I want to piss Jerry Jones off. Be like, bye, bitch. We got your guy you want. Enjoy covering him. I think Kyle Pitts would be so good in this EB offense. EB would have his Travis Kelce 2.0. I mean, watch the film. Like, there's a dude who's a Falcons fan pissed off. He has like a 10-minute clip of Kyle Pitts running routes, being open, not even get thrown to. Like, it's sad.
Yeah. I'd be happy to do it, but again, it's just the front office and Ron. He never makes big trades. He never makes big moves.
Nope.
Never wants big change because he likes the guys he has in the building.
Yep.
He wants to be like that.
But yeah.
He wants to be like that. Why don't he be a high school coach? Suits him better.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's nuts. Good.
The other question is, we're talking about trading Chase a ton, but would we rather trade Montez the way Chase has been playing and how much he's exploded since being healthy?
No. Montez is way healthier. I'd rather somebody playing a little less, or I'd rather have somebody who plays a little less caliber that's healthier than somebody who's elite who plays maybe 8-9 games a year.
Fair.
John?
Would I trade Montez over Chase? I would say no. I don't think Montez is going to want as much as Chase. Chase was a second overall draft pick. Montez went in the late first.
Yep.
Montez has been here since 19. He was a Redskin. He was a Washington football teamer, and now he was a Commander. Same with Chase. But I think he has more chemistry with John and with Duran on that side than Chase, because Chase was out for, 18 months?
Yeah.
Felt like forever. And I get he has 4.5 sacks on the year to Montez's, I think, 3. Great. Chase has already missed a game this season.
Yeah.
Chase can miss 3 more, and Montez could make up for the difference.
Agreed.
Montez could easily have 9-10 sacks this season and not miss a game, because we like to rotate guys with F.A., Obata, and guys like that. If Chase misses 3 more games, I don't see him making 8 sacks.
Yeah.
Because he has 4.5 in 5 games. That would be 9 and 10. That would be like 13.5 or 14 and 15 games. So in a 17-game stretch, could he make 14 sacks? He's on pace for it. Do I think it happens? No. I think I would rather trade Chase, because there's going to be a little bit more value in a guy, because we also didn't pick up his 5th-year option. We picked up Montez's.
Yeah,
So-
here's scared. Oh, go ahead.
What I was gonna say is we won't have to pay Montez for another year. I think if we picked up his 5th-year option, 'cause I remember we denied Chase's. I don't think we picked up Montez's actually. Let me bring that back.
I don't think we did.
I don't remember us picking up our 5th-year option.
And Chase is also at a sell high situation right now, because
Yeah.
he's finally back. He's healthy and he's playing very, very well, which is great. But it's also, of course, bringing his value way up for us.
It doesn't matter.
We did pick up Montez. We picked this up back in April. We picked up
So
Montez
we
5th-year option, which guarantees him $11.5 million. So we wanted to pay him till I think next season, if not a season after that. No, it'd be next season, because at 19. Yeah, it would be next season, next off season.
Mm.
That's what we've been saying. We got to pay Chase, Montez, Curl, Davis. God.
We have the money to do it. We're supposed to have like 85 for the salary cap.
We're supposed to have 85 mil, but they're both going to guarantee at least 15 mil a year. I could easily see them getting 4-year contracts. 4-year, 55 mil with 26.5 guaranteed for both.
I can't see us paying both of the guys. I'm sorry.
I only say that because if management keeps Jack Del Rio as defensive coordinator, I could absolutely see that, because I don't see us getting rid of Mayhew.
They're not going to.
And that's
This is again, new management, new owner. They could seriously kick them all out. If
Yeah.
I was them, if we lose either next game or if we lose next 2 in a row, I'm saying bye. Ron Rivera, get your ass out. Enjoy your flight. Jack Del Rio, you got to go.
Yeah.
And you know what? EB, you're the new intern coach. And you know what I'm doing? I'm selling people. Because I want all the draft capital and maybe a nice player or 2, a younger player. And I just want to rebuild this team up. I'm not going to trade everybody from the D-line. The linebackers, other than Davis, they got to go. Cornerback, I'd trade Fuller. I'm sorry. I'd trade Fuller in a heartbeat. Maybe get third
Sell
or second.
high while he's old. Yeah.
He's getting old. We all know the deal. Cornerbacks past
money.
29,
Yeah.
30, they don't play well. Look at the math. Look at Josh Norman. Look at D'Angelo Hall. Look at all of them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking for the future. I'm trading right tackle Riley. He got to fucking go. He sucks. I mean, shit. I bet you right now, my damn dog play right tackle better than him. I don't know if he'd stay in his little dog stance, but hell, at least he could fucking block more than 3 seconds.
Yep.
But I'm trading, like even Gibson, I trade him. So I trade Gibson, I trade Logan Thomas, I trade Riley. Hell, I trade Nick Gates because I want to see Stromberg play. I hate how we're not starting Stromberg.
Yeah.
Pisses me off. I'm trading Chase Young. I'm trading Barton. Hell, I'll take offers for Jared Davis.
You know what?
Getting a Fuller. I trade them all because you know what? Draft capita, couple players here and there.
You know what?
You know,
if I'm management, I'm switching things up. I agree. Trade Wiley, trade Thomas, trade Barton. I would trade Curtis Samuel.
Gibson too. He's had a fumbling issue.
No,
I'm tired of that.
No, I'm with Andrew. That's not Gibson. Here's why. I could easily get we could easily get a 4th round pick out of Curtis Samuel. Could we all agree on that?
Easily.
probably.
If we send him to Tennessee, Kansas City, Arizona, Minnesota, guys who need wide receiver help, especially at a vet receiver, I could get a 4th round. If not, I could easily do Curtis Samuel in a 6th and probably get a 3rd round depending on the team. I say that I would convert Antonio Gibson back to receiver.
Yes.
He played it at Memphis. We drafted him as a running back, and we wonder why he has fumbling issues because he's not built to. Yes, it's my lotion. Chill out in the comments. He's not built to hold the ball like this. He's built to hold the ball like this and to run in stride. He's not built to hold the ball like it's a dumbbell and truck guys. He's built to have it with the one hand, run downfield and get an open space. Why do you think every time Gibson catches a ball, he goes for 25 yards in open space? But the minute we hand him the ball, man, fumble at the 5-yard line.
100%
Back to receiver. Yes, he's a smaller guy. He's only like 5'10". Do you not remember Devin Hester? Small guy. Tyreek Hill, small guy. Darren Sproles, small guy. What were all they great at? Open space wide receiver play.
And I think it's still safe to say we can give him a few carries. We can use him in both sometimes.
Yes.
But I feel like actually having him line up as a receiver a lot more often is going to put him in a much better situation. Ball security is his only thing holding him back from being an incredible running back, like back to 1,000-yard seasons. Yes. That's his only thing, and that's why he's not getting enough touches to do so. Every time he gets in space, he makes big things happen, and he's shown a lot of talent in doing so. He just has ball security issues.
Oh, but Justin, before you go real quick, I take back my short people rant. I apologize for my outburst. Antonio Gibson is 6'2".
You didn't know that?
I could have sworn he was smaller.
So no, Antonio Gibson was like 6 foot easily.
Gibson is 6'2". I apologize for my outburst.
I was like, I'm not going nowhere yet unless you're kicking me out.
Bigger than some of our receivers.
I don't know, guys. Bottom line, these next 2 or 3 games are going to be crucial for us. Crucial because Jack and Ron, they can be out the fucking door. I'm pretty sure Magic Johnson and everybody up there in management's already having their plans because they can kick everybody out. They have the right to do that.
Yep.
This is their team. This is their baby now. They don't have to sit here and deal with the BS. They can cut Ron tomorrow if they feel like it. I would. Hell, I'd cut him immediately. Ron needs to go. Jack, good luck finding another NFL gig. Go back to high school football.
Yeah.
Because your defensive play calling sucks.
If I'm rebuilding Washington in the offseason and want Jack and go, and I've seen it, yes, we could go after Ben Johnson with Philadelphia, or we could go after I want to say he's the Bills offensive coordinator. I would look at college. I would look at Lincoln Riley's Lincoln Riley as offensive coordinator.
I'd make EB head coach at least.
Oh,
He deserves
absolutely.
a shot, 100%.
Absolutely. I mean, EB's head coach, guaranteed.
Yes.
I would either look at college for offensive coordinators, or I would call up Jim Harbaugh at Michigan.
No, he's defensive minded.
That's why.
Exactly.
As
Okay.
a defensive coordinator.
When's the
Okay.
last time we had a defensive coordinator that was worth a damn?
He would be
I can't
awesome,
remember.
but hasn't he said many times he's not planning on coming to the NFL anytime soon, and he's sticking with Michigan?
I would too. I would make $9 million.
I'm pretty sure he said that. I mean, I would love that as
Many
defense,
times.
Yes.
but
I would look at Michigan. That's a damn good squad in Michigan. Look at FSU. Damn good squad.
Oh, yeah.
I would look at Georgia right now. You just had Todd Monken go to Baltimore. They look pretty decent on offense outside of those drops. Look at Georgia. Look at Colorado. Look at the Washington Huskies. Top 10 teams in the league. No, Deion was never come to the NFL, and I will put money on that. I would be calling up some of these top 5, top 10 college football coordinators or head coaches. Say, hey, I will give you the same contract and a bit more security for you to come play coordinator for us under Eric Bieniemy, because Eric is going to stranglehold that offense. You have that offensive coordinator to essentially help him with that. You can give someone like Michigan's defensive coordinator, Georgia's defensive coordinator, maybe not USC's because they'd like to choke. FSU's defensive coordinator. Say, hey, here are the reins to this top 10 talent defense. Go find us guys we should draft. Go find us guys we should sign in free agency. Find me guys we can get good trade value on, and let's go rebuild. Because that's and you do not sign Eric Bieniemy as your assistant head coach / offensive coordinator if you are not starting somewhat of a rebuild mode starting next offseason.
correct.
Yeah.
Here's
mean-
the other.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'll go after you.
Here's the other thing. It could be kind of fun to think about. I seriously doubt this would happen, but it would be very similar to the EB move this last offseason, except without the possibility of head coach. What if Ben Johnson feels overshadowed in Detroit?
Right.
Maybe he wants to come here and be our offensive coordinator with EB as our head coach. How awesome would that be? How amazing would that be? That is a top tier offense.
Would be.
It would be. You want to know where before I let us go, you want to know somewhere I could see Ben Johnson going?
Where?
To be the new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Don't see that yet. I just can't see it yet.
I can't see it, but think about it. If they don't make the playoffs this season, trade Dak, you get rid of Mike McCarthy, you give Ben Johnson the reins because he's a younger, smarter, updated, and less fat Mike McCarthy. You made Jared Goff a Pro Bowl quarterback. What are you going to do with a top 5, top 10 defense and Jerry Jones to say, trade whoever you want to trade as long as we get our players?
I'm out. That don't work in Dallas.
Oh,
Jerry
it won't.
Jerry Jones makes every move.
Oh, absolutely.
Per the rumors.
Oh, absolutely. And he's not wrong. But what would happen if Ben Johnson said, I want Michael Penix Jr. at 26th overall? Or I want Joe Milton from Tennessee in the second round. Tall, athletically built, strong arm quarterbacks. With that offensive line, with CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard, that'd be a match made in heaven for them.
Would be.
But Justin, what were you going to say before I rudely cut you off?
No, I was going on my rant of, the next 2 to 3 weeks are crucial for us. But I could see Ron, if he didn't fire, be stepping down as head coach. Like, I'm not fired. It's my this is what's going to happen. I'm gonna quit as head coach because I know I suck at it.
Yeah. And like, guys, you guys have, I mean, all of our Burgundy ballers have seen us for the past year. We don't wish harm on anyone. We don't want food off the table. We don't want money out your wallet. We want everyone to live successfully, wealthy, well-fed, pure health. Ron isn't the healthiest man right now, emotionally and physically. What was the story of that 2021 season or 2022 season? Ron's in chemo. He's coaching an NFL team in the midst of beating cancer. And I said it, I think, a week or two ago. Just lost his mother within the last few months. If I were him, and if I were Washington, and I say, hey, it's the bye week. Week 14 is the bye week. So I'm going to call this week 9. And we're 3-6. Ron, I love you. You are welcome back in this building anytime, but it's time to move on.
Hell, I'd put him in front office. Here you go. Enjoy your computer chair. He don't have player moves, so he just
sir.
office detail.
But
BS.
I would use Ron the way we use Ron Kerrigan and Warren Sapp in the offseason. Come coach these guys up, give them motivation. Because what was the whole thing the past 2 years? These guys would kill for Ron. Let's be real. These guys were playing for Ron.
Yep.
And then this offseason happens. You could swear people are checked out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if that's
These
the
guys
case.
still think they're playing for Dan Snyder.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, why don't we call it Ballin Fletcher?
Oh,
That dude's a dog. He's I'm saying it right now, the most underrated linebacker ever in the league.
should be in the Hall.
Should be second all-time tackling in the NFL.
Incredible.
Why don't you call that man? Because I'll tell you right now, guys like Cole Holcomb, Perry Riley Jr., all them old boys, Keenan Robinson when he played with us, they trained with Fletcher. Fletcher hosted linebacker workouts and talked guys through film.
Yeah.
Even Holcomb, he helped Holcomb, call him, use him, put Warren Sapp, help him out D-line. Call some former players. Let's get some people. If we do a rebuild, let's get some former players up here because they can teach you the way.
Yeah. I said this in Chiseled stream, and shout out my guy Chiseled Donis. Love him. I want to get him back. I would use London Fletcher as a linebacking coach.
Oh yeah.
Linebacking assistant coach, because I don't want to overstep boundaries, right? But linebacker assistant coach, because he brings that mind. Ron Rivera played linebacker in this league. Why aren't you building the best linebacker core you can? You bring in Ryan Kerrigan to help tweak and refine Montez and Chase. Because what was Ryan Kerrigan? One of the all-time Washington sack leaders with like 92.5 sacks. It's not him. I don't think our D tackles need a player coach, because John Allen's a Pro Bowler multiple times. Deron Payne just got his big check. And they're 2 top 10 defensive tackles in this league. Corner-wise, you call back from Tennessee Chris Harris. You bring in D'Angelo Hall, who I think is in Carolina.
Good luck with that. You have to
good luck with that, yes. But I would at least just make the call. Say, hey, I know there's a contract, but is there interest? That's it. I just want to know interest, and I want to know what your contract looks like. I don't want to tamper with it. I just want to get a feel, because I think he's locked in for 2 more years. But I would also call up
Tana Moss.
Santana Moss for our receivers, but
I'm sure he could show a couple moves.
Oh, probably, but I would actually call up the Ohio State wide receiver coach for that.
Yeah.
Brent Grimes. Or Brian Grimes. Or Hartline, I mean.
Hartline. Thank you. Brian Hartline. Yeah. Because Terry's going to swear by him.
Yep.
Hey, Jahan is coachable. Tiami is coachable. Tinsley's coachable. Or I would call up Penn State's wide receiver coach because he worked with Jahan and Tinsley.
Ohio State receiver coach would be amazing. That's a dream.
Oh, absolutely.
He the funny thing was, Hartline only had like 3 good years in the NFL. But I highly doubt he's going to give up his Ohio State game.
Oh,
Dude, I'm pretty sure he's making bank.
Yeah.
oh,
And like,
probably.
if the moment he wants to leave Ohio State, that dude can probably be a head coach
Yeah.
due to how good he was at Ohio State.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with Justin. These next few games, crucial. If we lose to Atlanta, that doesn't look so hot. I think we beat New York because I think they're going to be without Daniel Jones, and I think they're going to be without Saquon. But this Atlanta game, if Desmond Ridder throws for more than 275 and 2 touchdowns, and Bijan has more than 100 yards rushing, I don't know if we win this game.
We don't.
People
Gotta
tell me
have
this.
faith in our guys.
I said this in another Chisel stream. I'm pessimistically optimistic. I have pessimistic faith because we have shown we can play. Philly is going to be the best game of this season, and every correspondent, pundit, whoever is on me, whether it's Media Kimes, Kay Adams, Josh Taylor, Rio Robinson, JP Finley, us, Corey on the warpath, whether it's Tony, I don't care who is going to, everyone is going to say, you could have beat Philadelphia in week 4 in overtime. And then you bomb the rest of the season. What the hell happened? That is going to be our best game of the year. And we're going to say, why wasn't that the standard? Andrew's about to get jiggy with the game.
Dropped a whole bomb over there, Andrew.
Dude, you good, bud?
Let's talk about Philly.
Did you see Livy?
Slipped up.
Yo, don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me.
I'm weak.
I'm breaking my chair.
Lord.
Don't do that to me.
I'm out here sounding like Mike Tom on the standard of the standard, and Andrew just trying to give the camera a smooch. Golly. Pause. But yeah. But with that blunder, I think that's gonna wrap things up with this episode. I think everyone needs to go to bed. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe here on the channel. Head over to Instagram. Go follow us all over there. Go follow us on TikTok. I want y'all in the comments not only to give us your score predictions and what your X Factor is going to be. Let us know if we should create a Twitter account or an X account. And let us know if you're going to follow, if we do make one, if you're going to follow us, because we want to give y'all as much exposure, opportunity to chat with us. We want to be transparent with you guys. We love every single one of you guys, whether you're a subscriber or not, and you should be a subscriber. It's free. It's free. Just subscribe. Helps us out, give you guys more banging content. But let us know. Score predictions, X Factors, and whether we should create an X/Twitter account in the comments. What do we want to know? Tell me we want to know. Anything else you guys want to add?
Let's go get that W.
Let's do it. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, prove Andrew wrong.
Make me not have to drink my depression away if we lose.
Make me not go to school on Monday all pissed off.
Guys, we want Washington to win, but if we don't lose, you will see a 10-second clip of a Washington fan crying with Cry Me a River on in the next video. You will see it.
Or some road rage anger.
Or some road rage. Or another Stephen A. Smith. I am having a very bad day. It's going to be one of those. Because like I said, guys, like, subscribe, go follow us, go hit up all the comments, whether it's on the Instagram post or here on YouTube. Like and subscribe, hit all those commanders, and don't forget to stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.